I've been watching desk setup tours for probably over 10 years now, and right now I'm 21, so a decent functional desk setup has been prevalent in my life for almost half my life now. I'm Isaac Jarnigan, entrepreneur, content creator, podcaster, located in Ames, Iowa, and today I just wanted to talk about what I got going for my desk this year, what I like about it, what I dislike about it, advice for over the years and stuff like that. But before I get into that, I just want to plug everything I got going on in my description. I've been keeping up with weekly YouTube uploads. Over on my podcast, I do weekly interviews with fellow entrepreneurs, creatives, friends, just talking about what inspires them and why. And I also got a weekly newsletter where I talk about what I'm specifically thinking about in the week and, what's inspired me in the week as well. Also, I'll have links to about everything in my Amazon shop. Amazon shop will also be in my bio. You just click on that, go to desk or tech or whatever you're interested in, and it'll have the list of products. And you can find out if you need one or if you don't need one. All right, with all the BS, let's get into that first item. First item is the actual desk. I feel like about every desk setup utilizes an IKEA desk, and this one is no exception. I thought I wanted a massive desk, but once I went to the IKEA warehouse in Kansas City, which is about a 4-hour drive just to buy a desk, I fell in love with the IKEA Bacant. Nice and slim, simple, obviously utilizes that black color, and even has some storage below for extra cables and stuff like that. For the $300 price point, I think it's super solid. Obviously, it doesn't have standing desk features, which I might look into here in the future, but it's just a clean looking desk, and that's all I wanted. It's pretty big too. With all the crap I got on here, it makes it feel small, but this is like a 30-inch monitor, so it's gonna make things look small. Speaking of monitor, let's talk about it. This is the Asus ProArt 31.5-inch display. I've never balled out on a monitor. I just always go to Walmart, get myself a 24 to 27-inch one for like 150 bucks and call it good. But this year has been my first full year of full-time content creation independently for me and other businesses, and I needed color accuracy for when I was editing video. If you didn't know, color just gets interpreted many different ways depending on the different qualities of monitors you have. So when I did it on my cheaper monitor, I wasn't getting the exact colors that's being shown on phones, other laptop screens, and other monitor screens. So I wanted it not to be at my fault. I want to edit on a color accurate monitor that shows the colors correctly, and then I'm good on my end. So definitely keep that in mind if you're making content for yourself. But if you don't care either way, I don't see anything wrong with getting a cheap monitor. I think it's great. All right, let's talk computer. What powers this whole rig here is actually a laptop. I have the 2021 Apple M1 chip with 500 gigabytes of storage and 16 gigabytes of RAM or random access memory. I got it when I went into college, did well, and got the pro version just because I'm throwing in tons of footage and powering editing softwares and all that, but it fits my workflow the best. I used to be a gamer, so I had like a huge PC for the longest time, but now that I don't game as much, I just use a laptop, and powers my desk, and then when I need it elsewhere, I just take it off my desk and take it with me. Now, if you want to pull off a laptop desk setup, you need a good all-in-one USB hub. There are tons of solutions out there, but I absolutely balled out this year because I'm here at least 8 hours a day usually. I got the CalDigit T4, I believe, the CalDigit TS4 Thunderbolt dock. This thing comes in at 400 bucks, but it's like a 13-in-1 dock. That's how I'm able to plug in my mouse and my keyboard and my monitor and my speakers and my audio interface and my microphone and everything, and get it all to power into this one cord to go into my MacBook. Because obviously my MacBook only has two display port, or my MacBook only has two Thunderbolt plugins. So that's what makes that possible. It's been a huge upgrade to my setup. That thing's a big rig. Also for content creators, it has a SD card reader on there, which is kind of a nice feature to have. Headphone jack, all of that and everything. I'm reading off the product description right now. It's a good setup to have, not necessary at all. I've just been eyeing on it for about 5 or 6 years and finally pulled the trigger. Pop, pop. To set my laptop on something, just to give it some elevation and a place to be that it doesn't look out of place, I use a monitor stand like this one. Some people get vertical monitor stands where it stands up your laptop like this and you have it closed, but then it gets rid of a potential monitor. I know having your laptop propped open isn't the most aesthetic thing, but it's a very functional thing. I'm all about functionality to a certain point. So having an extra monitor is just a no-brainer to me. So I chose to have the horizontal one. It works great. It looks decent. I don't have the exact one here, but there's so many ones like it. There's one on my Amazon shop that looks very similar, and you can look around for something like it. So let's talk about keyboard mouse. This is like a 50. There's no way this was $50, but it's probably $50, and it's just a Logitech little mouse right there. Look at that beauty. As you can see, I taped over the logo. It's my little thing I like to do. I like to tape over logos with black tape. I don't know why. I don't think it's that cool, but I guess I think it's cool because I did it. Oh, I did it over here too. Look at that. Anyways, it gets the job done. I like wireless just to, you know, be a baller and look cool. And I'm not worried about gaming delay anymore. So I just use this, and there's better mice out there, but this is a good start. Keyboard, this is the Keychron K6, one of the cheaper mechanical keyboards out there. I know a lot of creators use these type of things. I haven't really looked into getting a keyboard since I bought it, but one complaint is it kind of runs out of battery a decent amount. It'd be cool to have a Apple Magic keyboard maybe, but that's overkill. So this is fine. Probably the best solution would be just to plug one in, but when it comes to like desk aesthetic, that doesn't look that cool, does it? But this does just fine. Little click test for you. That's some AMRS for you, bro. Gotta love you some of that. And then what I set it on is just a basic mouse mat. I don't like mouse pads. I don't think they make a desk setup look complete. So I get a little mouse mat. You set your keyboard on there, you set your mouse on there, and it's freaking massive. So it just has room for everything. And you'll never have to worry about letting your keyboard go astray off the mouse pad. So definitely recommend mouse mat. You shouldn't be spending more than 20 or 30 bucks on an all black one. As you can see, I tend to stick with the color black. When you get designs on this stuff, you just kind of got to send it with that design, and sometimes that's hard to keep a consistent look. So in the tech world, keeping that black look is it's an easier thing to do. So I tend to do that. Now, I probably use black a little too much. Do I need a black phone screen? Probably not. Do I need to always wear black? Probably not. Do I need to go out of my way to spend more money to purchase the color black? Probably not, but I do. It's just what happens. I don't know how to explain it. Speaking of going out of my way to buy the color black, that's exactly what I did for this Rode Pod mic. I had a request to go over my audio interface specifically for my podcast, so this is for you. This whole video is for you. The Rode Pod mic, it's a mic that I've seen a lot of places, specifically on the Creatives POV podcast, which is a local podcast here in the Iowa area. Also a really solid content creator under the of Leo Keller. Recommends it. It's pricey for a microphone, I would say, but it's the step in the door to a really nice mic. Let's talk about it specifically. Specifically, the price point is $200 for this black one. That's what I mean. I spent more for the black, and I think it's like $150 for the regular silver and black one. So not too bad for that, but also this black one has a USB option on there if you don't want to go through XLR. If you get the cheaper mic, you have to do XLR. XLR is those big bulky cables that you do with anything you get into sound. You know, those cables make a clear sound for you, and I don't know too much about audio, but that's a start. So if you're going to use XLR, like what I did, you need yourself an audio interface. The audio interface I chose is the Moto M2. My roommates are pretty into music and sound and all that, so I kind of asked them. One of them recommended the Moto M2 to me. It fit my color style, which is important. It has 2 inputs. If I ever do like an in-person thing, I can have 2 mics plugged in, and it just sounds great. I got the thumbs up of approval from my genius sound roommate. This interface also came in at $200. Probably not the most necessary purchase ever, but it will do me well now that I've purchased it. If you're wanting to cheap out on an interface a little bit, you could get a 1-input Rode interface. Might be a decent option, but me specifically, I have the Moto M2. Last but not leastly, I have my chair. I think it's a Target chair, but I found it on the side of the road. I live in a college town, so when people are moving out, it's like a mass exodus around here, and people, you know, intend to leave what they don't want anymore on the side of the road. And people like me go scavenging a little bit. So I saw this perfect condition. Can you even see that very well? Perfect condition Target chair right here. Got my look. It was in decent condition. There's a little wear on this side, I'll give it to you, but it looked good. I gave it a little wipe and I've used it. No ergonomic chair yet. This is pretty bare bones, but it does me well and it fits the vibe. Very clean and sleek, and fits the vibe like I already said. So that's the chair I'm working with. Making sure I got everything here. Oh, sound. These were like literally, what, like 30 bucks maybe? They're 2 little pebbles just in case I want to go, sound that's not through headphones. So these are pretty cheap, but I'm very impressed with the sound quality, and I think there's a sub too, which I don't have the sub, but definitely if you're on a budget, get these pebbles, dude. They work well, they look decent, and it's a good time. But that's probably one of the first things I'd upgrade when I have some extra money. And then for headphones, when I plug in, I use the Sony XM5s. They're more expensive, probably not too practical to buy brand new, but I saw them like 50% off on Facebook Marketplace, and she only wore them like, you know, a few times. That's what they all say, but she actually was telling the truth. So I picked them up. They look great, they feel great, they sound great, but that's what I use on the day-to-day. Hey, I hope this video today was helpful for you, finding out how you can improve your setup. Like I said, I'm Isaac Jarney and would love to interact with you, meet you. That's what I post on the internet for, is to connect with all y'all beautiful souls. So contact me in your preferred way, but peace, love, and tranquility, baby. Have a good day. That was very intimate, but I'm intimate with y'all. I don't know.